I almost said I can't today. It sat on the tip of my tongue. It lingered in every breath that I took, and it roared inside my lungs. I felt my bones weaken, I felt my mind churn, and every right thing turned wrong. I stifled my praise as I counted the ways I had once again failed to be strong. But a faint voice inside me, a spirit of truth, began stirring like winds made of thunder. It urged me to sit in the still of my heart and rephrase the words pulling me under. So instead of I can't, I whispered, not yet. My voice was trembling, but sure, and perhaps I'm not able is merely a fable of things I've been asked to endure. Do you struggle with getting bubbles in your holographic mold and then you can't dome it to fix it because then it will take away the holographicness of your mold? Then this video might be for you, my friends. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Epoxy Me That. How are you? I hope doing okay, and I want to thank you for showing up today. Today, we are going to be casting in this beautiful angel mold, and it's holographic. Can y'all see the holographicness? Hey, I said it this time. I get tongue twisted saying that. And then here's the bottom portion of her, which it's a votive holder. So it goes in there something like that, I think. Something like that. But I thought it would be really beautiful. I've never cast it in her before. So I plan on, if you see this area right here that's risen, I wanted to dust that and bring it out a little bit with one of my Rolio pigments. They're metallic. I got these in some Happy Mail. Thank you, my friend. So we're going to be trying one of those out today. And I might add in some of my Galaxy Matio Chameleon powder into the resin. We got to color it black because black is what you bring out a holographic mold with to bring out the holographicness in it. So I want to see what that'll look like. If I don't like it, we won't use it. And then I want to throw in some of my extra fine silver champagne glitter to kind of make the color that we brush in those resin parts pop. So we'll see how that looks. If you'd like to see how I get on with that, kick back, relax, and let's get to it. So Rolio has some beautiful colors in here. But I'm really eyeballing this one right here. It says it's a Viridian. And it's really got my attention. So I think we probably are going to go with that one. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm eyeballing that mauve color there too. But it's not going to work for what we're doing today. So I'm going to save that one for another day. All right, let's find something to brush our Viridian in the mold with. I think those will go well together. What do you think? I think they will. I hope. I hope. Let's see here. We could do just a regular glitter, or we could do this right here, which I use all the time. It's ultra fine, and it doesn't show a tint of the color that the glitter is in the resin. So I wonder what we should do. We'll lay that one out just in case we decide on that. Okay, I wanted to try something. I'm going to put a little bit, let me move my molds over there so they don't get this in them. See, I took the tops off already, so we wouldn't have to do that. I'm going to put a little bit down in that little plastic container there. And then I'm going to squirt some alcohol in there. And now I'm going to get my little micro brush here and just kind of stir it up a little bit. And I wonder if that would make it easy to brush in our mold. Would it stay in there? Let's try it out. I think it's going to work. If I could stay on top of that and quit sliding off of it. I don't know if it would be, I don't know if it would really hold its color though. Let's try to dry brush it and see what we get. Okay, we're pretty much getting the same. And I'm not getting any flyaways when I'm wet brushing it with the alcohol. So we're going to go with that, that technique. And I'm not going to dry brush it because we're really getting a smooth brush on with the alcohol mixed in with the pigment. So let's go that route. I'm going to put you on a time lapse while I brush it in. So I ended up using these little brushes. It was a lot easier because the more I can, maybe if I would have changed these brushes out more often instead of using one the whole time, maybe it would have worked out better. But I just kept using the same one, and it started falling off into the mold. So I had a lot of cleanup to do. I hope I got it all. And then I brushed that part in as I said I would. So now I'm going to mix up some resin, and then we're going to see how we're going to move forward. I have my resin here, and I ran it through my Airless Pro Bubble Remover machine. You do not see any bubbles in there. None. Now, how we're going to do this is to keep from getting bubbles in the edges or on the top of our mold, and then we can't fix it because if you put resin over the top of a holographic mold, you've taken away the holographicness of the mold. So let me show you how you can prevent that from happening or give it the best outcome that you possibly can. Okay, we are going to, I can't spritz any alcohol up here because it's going to remove my pigment that we put down, the mica powder. But we can put some down here. So I'm going to spritz some down here and here. Now let's go ahead and pour there. And I'm not filling the mold up. I just want a little bit of resin down in here because we are going to get the bubbles out. And then we're going to pour our black pour over this. Now we're going to take a silicone tipped brush here, and we're going to go through and we're going to remove any bubbles that we see. Anywhere you can see them, just pull your mold up so you can see, because they'll hide in many places, but usually around any design that you have in the mold. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to release them and get them to come to the top so we can take care of them there. And I'm going to go ahead and put you on a time lapse while I finish this, and then I'll meet you back on the other side. Now, I don't know if y'all can see all of those bubbles or not. See if you can see some of them. Do you see there? Now I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to run it through and pop some of those bubbles. Now we're going to take alcohol and spritz it, because now we can do that because our mica powder that we brushed on is underneath that epoxy resin now. It's a piece of glitter I'm trying to get. I got it. There's a few more bubbles I still need to get. You don't have to have any bubbles in your cup for bubbles to form around any design in your mold. They're going to find that design. And I just kind of hold my mold up to the light a little bit so I can see. And if you have one of those light boards that you use while you're weeding your Cricut vinyl, you can also turn that on and place it underneath your mold. I've done that many a times, and it will light up those bubbles. You will see every one of them. So if you, it's hard for you to see things like that, try using a light board. They sell them everywhere. They even have them on Amazon. When they first came out, they were real expensive, but now you can get them reasonably priced. Also, I wanted to show y'all where we're at on our lamp. I know that some of you have been asking, have we had the, has the lamp been drawn for and given away? No, it has not. We have not done the drawing for this lamp yet. I'm not finished with it. I will not let it travel if it's still curing. And this top coat right here is not fully cured yet. I like them to fully cure for 2 weeks. And this top coat's not fully cured for me to flip it over and top coat this side. So as soon as I get this side top coated and wait 2 weeks, then we'll do the drawing and it'll be ready to ship. I'll be finished with it. I'm not going to worry about the sides. Like I said, if you would like to do what I suggested, you could top coat it and on each side, because it's got those little indentions from the pieces sitting up against the wall of the mold. It's not bad, but and I know there's a lot of you that wouldn't mind it or care about it, but me being a perfectionist, it bothers me. So I would definitely sand it down, top coat it on each side, and then I would take something like some diamonds or something, because then your edges here are going to look funny, because, you know, these two top coats are going to meet. So I would take something like this on each side, and I would hide that. But that would be me. Beautiful, it really is. But I just have this bottom to top coat, and then 2 weeks, let that cure, and she'll be ready to travel. All is finished. This has been top coated on the bottom. The feet have been put on. That's been top coated right there. This has been top coated. See that beautiful top coat? And now I'm going to top coat this piece right here, because this is the top. That's the bottom. This is the top. And then she'll be ready to go. Are y'all ready to play bingo and see who the winner is for the cross box? And the winner tells me how they want their box created, and I'm going to create it, and everybody will get to watch. I have my list ready, and we're going to go ahead and spin the bingo wheel and see who is our lucky winner. Good luck, my friends. Oh, we got a ball. We got a ball. I-26. I-26. Let me see who I-26 is. Dun, 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 dun. Must be on the back. I-26 is, are y'all ready for this? Drum roll, please. Monty HTC. You are my lucky winner, my friend. So if you will email me exactly how you want me to create your crossbox, I will get that created for you in an upcoming video, and everyone will get to see how you wanted your crossbox created. I'm going to ship that box out to you free of charge. You want it fair and square, my friend. So, like I said, just get with me and let me know how you want it created. And then I have a few videos ahead of it, but I'll get that video in there. I'll fit it in there somewhere. And we'll get it made for you and get it shipped out to you. Now, here's something I've never done before. We might as well give it a go. I've always let this cure up for a while, about 3 hours, and let it get to a thick, sticky state. We're going to go ahead and pour it right after that first pour, after we got all the bubbles out. So it's probably been about 35 minutes now. So we're going to go ahead and mix up our resin and pour it and see if we get any bubbles. I don't know what's going to happen because I've never done it this way, but let's give it a try. I want to put in my... I'm going to hold off on this Galaxy Matio Chameleon. Let's put in my Pearl X Interference Gold, since we have gold placed down in the tray. And then we're going to add a little bit of that Matio with it. And let's see what kind of color we get. I thought that would be pretty cool. I'm going to get my T-Expert epoxy pigment paste in black. And we're going to put some on the end of our stick here, about that much. You don't need much when you're using pigment paste. So let's see what that black and that gold interference looks like. We need the black to make our holographic mold show up. So what do y'all think about that? Can y'all see the gold tones in it? See if I can get you down. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. See the gold tones in it? Now, let's add a little bit of the Matio Galaxy. I don't know what this is going to do. I don't know what it's going to look like. But we'll never know if we don't try. I'm just going to start off with a tiny bit. Now let's stir that up and see what we got. Well, that's an odd color, but it's beautiful. Can y'all see that? Isn't that beautiful? Let's add a tiny bit more. Just a wee bit more, not much, just a tad. Wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, I like that. It's giving off some gold tones and some of the galaxy tones. And then the glitter I want to place in by hand. I don't want to put it in with our resin, because what's going to happen is it's going to sink and all of it's going to go to the top of the mold, and I don't want that. So let's go ahead and let our resin sit for about 3 minutes and let those bubbles come to the top. And then I'll meet you back and we can go ahead and pour it. While we're waiting on our resin to degas, I got in a package from my good friend Tammy Toth. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Oh, she sent me some of the most cutest little stickers I've ever seen. They are so cute. They look 3D looking. Those are beautiful. And then she wrote me a note. Tammy, I want to say thank you. I hope she doesn't mind me reading this. I don't think she will. I want to say thank you. You have no idea how much your support and confidence means to me. Well, maybe a little. Either way, please know that you have boosted my spirit in so many ways. You truly are a blessing by God. I hope all these work well for you and enjoy the extras. I saw those Christmas 3D stickers and knew you could and would enjoy them. Again, thank you. Love, Tammy. Thank you, Tammy. That was so sweet. Let's see what's in this box. Oh, guess what we have, my friends. She sent me, she made these for me, and they are acrylic. Here's acrylic Christmas tree, and we're going to make a mold out of it. And it has two parts to it. I'm going to try to do a shaker for that Christmas tree. I don't know how it's going to work, but we're going to try it. And then we're going to make a mold out of this Amazing Grace. And then I set a timer for our resin, so it's time to pour. She sent us, oh, let me see here how this goes. This beautiful Christmas ornament. We're going to try to make a mold out of it. And then this one right here is unique. This gift, you see where it's got that slit in it? It slides into that one and makes a beautiful ornament. And then here's this one, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, Glory to the Newborn King. We're going to make a mold out of that. And if you would also like to purchase your own acrylic pieces after watching me make molds out of them, then I'll give you Tammy's information and you can order your own. She'll make anything you want. So y'all can watch me make these and decide if you'd like to go that route as well. All right, let's go ahead and see what's going to happen here. Like I said, I've never done it this way before. I just thought it would be pretty neat to give it a try. And if it doesn't work, then we'll do it again in another video. And we'll do it the way I normally do it, if we don't get a good outcome this time. I'm going to spritz some alcohol in the mold. And then we're going to go ahead and pour. But we need to pour slow because we need to make sure we don't want to fill the mold up before we get all of this color in each area. Now we're going to, since some of that the resin didn't cover that, I'm going to go ahead and drop some on it so we can spritz some alcohol for the rest of it, and it won't mess with that mica on there. And hopefully we won't get any bubbles around our edges. And I'm going to do the edges first. You don't want to just dump it in there because then you're not going to cover everything with your resin, if that makes sense. And we don't want to be playing around in the resin a whole lot, trying to mix up that black with the clear, because then we are going to have a bunch of bubbles. So just need to take it slow and easy Make sure you get every area of the mold with your color here. Okay. Now I'm going to take my silicone tip tool here, and I'm just going to go around my edges real quick. It's very slow. Just kind of blend in those areas. But you don't want to go down far into the resin that you've already placed there, because you don't want to kick up any bubbles. You don't want to stir any bubbles up. Now I'm going to go around my edges, and I'm just going to clean everything up. So that way when we demold it, we won't have anything to clean up on our piece. Okay, now we're going to take the heat gun and we're going to run it through and pop any surface bubbles. And now we're going to spritz some alcohol. Are y'all ready to demold our angel? She's still really soft. So, I don't know how it's going to work putting her together. But let's go ahead. So we didn't get any bubbles in this piece. So that's good. Now we have to make it through the rest. And I think that's pretty. I hope the rest turns out pretty. Oh, goodness. Okay. We didn't get any bubbles in that piece. None on the edges. So that's good. We're doing good so far. So far, so good. Okay. Now let's get our angel out. Oh, goodness. Let's hope and pray she comes out beautiful. Oh, she's so soft. It got cold in here last night a little bit. So that's probably why she's still so soft. And also, the thinner the pour, the longer it takes to cure. And she's not real thin, but she is through here. You see these sections here? She's very thin through there. So that's why that movement is like that in that spot. See that? Okay, let's turn her over. Oh, she's pretty. She is pretty. We didn't get, hold on. Let me look around her. I don't see any on the top of her at all. I don't see one bubble on the top of her. So, our technique worked. Let's go around the edges and make sure we don't see any bubbles. You probably could fix them on the edges, but nobody wants to fix a bubble on the edge. They're just a hassle. You have to really get it to look perfect and to blend in, and it's very hard to do. So, I would say that's a win on how to do a holographic mold and not get any bubbles in it. And then you don't have to worry about top coating it to fill the bubbles in and lose your holographicness. So I hope you found value in this video today. I hope it helped someone out. That's one of the reasons why I quit buying holographic molds, because I would always get bubbles in them. And it bummed me out. So I set out one day to try to figure out a way to stop that. And this is what I came up with. And it works out perfectly. Now let's see how... Okay, this goes in the bottom right here to make her dress like that so she can stand up. And then this goes right here. But it probably goes in the back to light her up, wouldn't y'all think? Or the front? I say the back. What do y'all say? Should it be the front or the back? I guess it wouldn't matter, because if you put a votive in there, it's going to light her up. So we'll put it in the front. And there she is. It's hard to turn her. I think she turned out so beautiful. So beautiful. She needs to cure. She's like Jell-O. Our angel turned out so beautiful. I don't know if you all can see what I see, but the way the mica powder tries to settle in that clear resin that we put in first is just beautiful. The effect that it gives is so unique. I'll try to hold it up outside for you in the glamour shots, and hopefully you can see what I'm talking about, because you probably can't see it in the camera. So let me know if you like my idea in keeping your bubbles out of a holographic piece. I think that it works very well, and it has really enabled me to purchase more holographic molds, because I was at a standstill with purchasing them, and I would not purchase them until I finally figured out this way to keep the bubbles out. You just go slow and be careful, you know. And like I said, if it's hard for you to see the bubbles, get you a cheap little light box. It's one that you would put vinyl over the top of and weed your vinyl. And it's just a light box, and turn it on, put your mold on top of it, and you'll be able to see all those bubbles. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier for you. I tell you what, before you make that purchase and you're not satisfied with it, I'll get my light box, and then in the next video I'll show you my light box underneath the mold. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not through the camera, but we'll try it. And hopefully that'll help you better decide if you'd like to get a light box or not. Because I'd hate for you to get one and you not be pleased with it, and it be because of me. So we'll do that in my next video, and hopefully it'll help someone. We got some little extras here to demold. Nothing fancy. These little stars was from the Hello Kitty tray. I had forgot that they were sitting over there to demold them. And we're going to put them in our bucket for the next lamp. I think that's a beautiful pink. And I made this mold right here. It was 1 year for 4th of July. I needed some stars about this size, and I didn't have any. So I found something, and I made my own mold for them. It was something that I made one of the wives that works with my husband for 4th of July, for inviting us out to watch the fireworks show 1 year. This is another mold that I made. Actually, I'm in the works of putting some crystals on the top of these and making some little crystal leaves. But I haven't gotten to that yet. I actually might go ahead and put the crystals on these 2 pieces and start with these. That'd be a good place to start, wouldn't it? And then I've got, of course, 2 of my favorite things to make right now. My little phones. And that's how that one turned out. The little buttons on it's very light. They're done in crystal glitter. Let me see if I can get you down and you can see it a little bit better. See the crystal glitter? Silver crystal glitter? That's actually Laura's Art Corner's Super Sparkle Silver. That's in those buttons. Look how that sparkles. And I didn't put a lot in there. I could have got a lot more sparkle off of it. But I'm using it sparingly because I love it so much. And I don't want to run out. It is so beautiful. And then we've got this one. Let me get you back up a little bit. That's like too in your face. And that's how that one turned out. That's cute. It is cute. Cute, cute, cute. I love cutesy these phones up. I love it. And I usually just put them in giveaways or any box I'm shipping out to anybody. So if you get anything from me, you're probably going to have a phone inside. You just won't be able to call me on it. We are almost to 5K subscribers. Can you believe that? I can't. I came into this journey not caring about the numbers. I do not pay attention to how many subs I have, and I do not watch my analytics. I pay attention to the comment section, and I know there are people out there that truly want to watch my content, and as long as you show up, I will. So to those of you who show up for every video, I see you. I want you to know that, and I wish I could make you feel the gratitude that I have for you. And it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.